everybody, welcome back to my videos. I am absolutely just overwhelmed with the response that I have received from these videos. My first video was close to 250 views and my second video is now at 400 views, which is absolutely incredible, and I'm pretty excited about that. So it kind of keeps me wanting me to keep going, and at the very least, if nobody watches these, at least it's a video tracking of my journey. So forgive me, I'm like kind of just out of the shower and not put together, but I don't really care because you're gonna see me through a lot of things in this journey, so this is, you know, pretty good. Anyways, so today I'm gonna talk about the approval stages for surgery and kind of where you need to start with surgery. So there's some criteria you have to meet with your body mass index, which is also known as a BMI. Has to be over a certain number, or it has to be at a specific number with comorbidities. What does comorbidities mean? It means you have other health concerns that are happening, whether it be cardiovascular, diabetic, anything to do with your health. For me, it was just my BMI. I'm lucky enough that physically I didn't have other health concerns that I had to worry about, which is wonderful. Just the mental health. But anyway, so what ended up, how it all started was I went to my doctor and she had done a referral. I think I kind of talked and touched on this a little bit on my last video, but I kind of talked to her about gastric bypass surgery, and an application was submitted a couple of years ago, but I decided, well, I didn't really hear much from anybody. I don't know what there was a communication error of some sort. So, and I thought, well, I'm not going to pursue it. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to try and see if I can do this on my own again. And clearly that wasn't working, so I decided that I was going to go back to my doctor and ask for another referral, which I was lucky enough that she was willing to do. I'm not going to drop names because I don't, you know, have permission to drop names of doctors and stuff, so I'm not going to do that. But if you do want to know those questions to those answers, then just private message me and I can give you those details. So my doctor did a referral. It's done online. Apparently it's quite a tedious application, and it's a little difficult to get online to do so. But again, I'm very lucky that my doctor stuck it out and completed that referral for me. So where does the referral go? The referral goes to the OBN, which is the Ontario Bariatric Network. And from there, there's 12 steps. There's 12 stages to this process. Currently, and excitingly, I'm on to step 8. And like I said, I'm going to get into each one of these steps here in this video. So then the Ontario Bariatric Network assigns you to a bariatric center and a surgeon. So I am lucky enough to be with Humber River Hospital. They are the ones who will be completing my surgery. There are other hospitals. I don't know all of them, to be honest with you, because I've just been dealing with Humber. There is a wonderful Facebook site on Facebook, the Ontario Bariatric Network or something like that. If you do want the details to that information, just private message me and I can give that to you. It is actually a lot of people on that network who have had surgeries throughout different hospitals, and people ask questions, and there's people who've had the surgery, there's people who are going through the same stages as me, and there's people just wanting to know how to get started. So there's like a variety of people on this site on Facebook. So from there, so they referred me to the Humber Bariatric program. Then you attend a 3-hour information session. You show up to this information session. You have to register, obviously, and they give you the option to either download or purchase this book, which is a wonderful book. It's a 117-page manual kind of on everything that you're going to need to know for surgery and after surgery, the diets, all that stuff. Again, I will get into that. You will see all of that in my future videos after surgery, all of it. And this is the Humber River Hospital Bariatric Surgery Program resource book. So you get this book. I opted not to print it off because it's a big book, and I bought it. It's very cheap. I think it was like $20. And I attended my 3-hour information session, and ultimately what they did was that they kind of went through this book. It was with a dietitian. So you sit in class legitimately, you sign in, you sit in class for 3 hours, and my husband James came with me so that you are allowed to bring one other person with you. He came with me so that he could also get the information and kind of be a little bit more knowledgeable about the whole process. So in that session, it goes through everything, the different approval stages. It goes through who your bariatric team's going to be, what's involved with surgery, like the actual procedure, because there are 3 different types of surgery that they do. I get that question quite a bit. Are you getting the lap band? Are you getting the sleeve? I'm getting what's called an RNY, and I will go through that eventually. Not the gastric sleeve or the lap band surgery. They generally go for the RNY because that is the more successful surgery. They will refer you to the other surgery if need be, given circumstances. I don't need to have those other surgeries. I'm having the RNY, which is considered the gold standard of bariatric surgery. So I will go through that. So it's not the lap band and it's not the gastric sleeve, but again, I will cover that. So you go through your 3-hour information session, then you sign a form if you want to continue or not at that session, because some people, it's a very overwhelming session. It goes through everything, and the dietitian is quite intense and very honest and blunt, and basically, you know, you have to do this in order to be successful. And that's overwhelming for a lot of people. It was overwhelming for me. James and I walked out of there thinking, do I want to do this? Is this something I should pursue? Because sounds like a lot, and can I be successful? But at the end of the day, I did ultimately decide to do this. So then you get triaged based on your primary care doctor and your patient questionnaire. You got to fill out all that stuff, and you go to your information session and whatnot. You receive your appointment dates within 10 to 12 weeks for your initial assessment, kind of to meet with your surgeon. It could take up to 4 to 6 months. Mine didn't take that long, actually, because my information session was back in May of 2018, and now we're in February 2019. So I'm not even a full year into it, and I'm getting close to having surgery. So it's actually been rather quick. So then you meet with the surgeon and you have your pre-op blood work done. So it was like a 2-hour drive to meet and be at the hospital for about half an hour. The surgeon was fine with everything that I told him. He went through my list of medications. He asked about alcohol consumption, smoking, all that stuff. I do not smoke, and I do not really drink. I have a drink here or there, but it really wasn't of any concern. So you do have to be 6 months smoke-free in order to have the surgery. If they find out, or if you tell them that you smoke, then you have to wait 6 months from your visit with your surgeon in order to continue on. Then you have your initial assessment with the nurse dietitian social worker, and that happened for me back in November. And you meet with them. For me, it was all the same day, one after the other. It was like a 3-hour time block in the morning that I met with all of them. And there, the dietitian just goes over they want you to kind of explain to them what it is you're gonna need after surgery, because the team wants to make sure you know what it is that's involved and what you have to do in order to be successful. So with the dietitian, I had to explain how much food my pouch will hold after surgery. I had to explain the different dietary processes after surgery, like the liquid and the pureed and the minced and all that stuff. But don't get overwhelmed if you don't know it. I didn't really know it like the back of my hand. This is why you have this resource book. You bring it with you so you have reference, and you use it after surgery. You're not going to remember it all because it's a lot of information. You just go through this book and go based on what process you're in, what stage you're in. The nurse kind of goes through your blood work that you had done with your surgeon, and when you back before this initial assessment. I found out that I was extremely anemic and vitamin D deficient. They weren't surprised that I was vitamin D deficient. A lot of Canadians are, because we don't get enough sun. So they put me on a bunch of different multivitamins that I will have to take for life. I will get into that eventually. Then you have your appointment with the medical internist. So that's at step 8, and that's where I am right now. So I am at step 8 out of 12. The next steps are you have a second visit with your surgeon, and you receive your surgery date and your OptiFast. And the OptiFast are these shakes that you have to drink, and that's all you can really have and as well up to 2 cups of certain green vegetables a day. So you're strictly on shakes pretty much for 2 to 4 weeks before surgery, depending on your BMI. The reason why they want you to go on the OptiFast shakes is because when you're having surgery, your liver is covered in like a gelatinous, like jello, and so when they're doing the surgery, there's a risk of nicking the liver because the liver kind of moves around because of that gelatinous stuff over the liver. I know I'm not being very medical termish, but I'm trying to keep it simple for people. So the reason for these shakes is they want the fat taken off the liver to decrease the risk of nicking or complications during surgery. So right now I'm just waiting to hear from the surgeon's office and to get my appointment for surgery and to get my OptiFast shakes. So then you start your OptiFast shakes as per the surgeon's instructions. So I don't know if I'll be on it for 2 to 4 weeks. I'm hoping not 4 weeks, but if I have to do it, I have to do it. It's going to be really hard. I'm going to video that journey. I'm not looking forward to it, but I am in another sense because that means I'm getting that much further with the process. And then you attend a pre-screening assessment, and then you have your surgery. So I'm looking at hopefully having my surgery in the next month or 2, which is super exciting. I think the latest that I'll have surgery is May. But I was told possibly March, so that's next month. But I don't know for sure. I haven't heard from the surgeon yet. I spoke with the manager of the bariatric clinic almost 2 weeks ago, and she said I should hear from the surgeon in 3 to 4 weeks. So in the next week or 2, I should get that date from the surgeon to go meet with him and get my surgery date. So I'm super excited about that. So those are the different approval stages for surgery. I'm not going to go into great detail of all of it, unless you have specific questions. I'm thinking about doing a question and answer video. So if you have questions, I won't necessarily put your name to the question. No question is too stupid to ask. Please ask, because I don't mind. And if I get enough questions, enough curiosity, then I will do a question and answer video. I also want to put more substance into my video. Right now they're kind of, me sitting here talking because I'm just trying to go through everything with everybody so that everybody has a basic understanding of what's involved and what's going on. I'm also in these videos answering the common questions that I get, because I do get, well, are you having the lap band or the gastric sleeve, or what kind of surgery is it that you are having, and what is involved? What do you have to do to get a referral? What hospital are you going to? Who's your surgeon? My surgeon, I can disclose that, is Dr. Wynn. Very nice man. And my medical internist is Dr. Glacier. He's also fantastic and wonderful. So I'm excited because you get to meet those people, and so it kind of gives you a little bit of peace of mind that the day of surgery you're going to know these people, and they're super nice, and I have no issues with either of them. So that's pretty exciting. So I think I was going to get into what happens during the RNY surgery, but I think I might just end the video here because we're already getting into like 15 minutes of the video, and I don't want to make these videos super long. So those are the different approval stages. That's what I'm going to touch on today. My next video, I will talk about the surgery and what is involved. I will try to include, based on my editing skills, I'm just learning about all of that. I will try and include like the cartoonish picture that they provide us with what is involved with the surgery and how they do it and everything else. So I think that'll be my next video. And like I said, if you have any questions, please message me. I won't attach your name to the questions. No question is too stupid. I will answer them all. And if I get enough questions, then I'll do a video. Because I do seem to get the same questions. And curiosity, no question. I also want to reiterate that if you have any questions about my mental health journey and everything that was involved with that process and everything I went through, please message me, because I don't mind talking about it. I'm not ashamed of it. It is who I am, and there's nothing to hide. So if you have any questions about that, please message me. There's no need to attach any stigma to mental health as far as I'm concerned, and if I can try and help that, then I will. So like I said, if you have any questions, please contact me. and I will answer your questions to the best of my ability. And I'll be as open, as honest as possible. So thanks for watching. I will post this video and I will attach my link for my YouTube channel in the description. So please subscribe to my channel. I will hopefully maybe later on down the road go live on that channel and do some fun things on that channel. So maybe some giveaways. I don't know. I don't know where this is going to take me. So thanks for watching. I really truly appreciate it. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. Please share this video. I don't care who sees it. It's out there. It's on the internet. It's for anyone to see. So I think that's it. I think that's all for today. So thanks for watching. All right. Bye.